been in a house. My father was an immigrant. He arrived from Turkey in 1947. My father spoke English as his fifth language, my mother as her second language. So a family get-together, like a Passover Seder, was always fun because we'd be 30 people around the table, 8 different languages, and you could only speak to the person farthest away from you. It was natural. It wasn't even a plaything. It was just part of the world around us, that we used different languages to speak to different people. We were totally unconscious of language, except once we started school, we were divided into the Protestant school and the English Catholic school and the French Catholic school. And we never talked to those other children again, the ones who weren't in our school. And that's when language consciousness developed. I was pretty frustrated by the divisions because I had grown up so cosmopolitan that to see narrow-mindedness of any sort, religious, political, language, was something I always fought back against.
This idea of a society that is a kind of an experiment in North America, I think I got really excited about that, and how it could exist in French, how it could you can create in French, dream in French, and so on. And so I became less worried about saving Canada, if you like, and more interested in becoming part of what was going on in Quebec. One of the things that I really appreciate about Montreal and about Quebec in general is that you feel that there is a discussion, a society-wide discussion about the type of place, the type of life that people want to lead as a collective entity. And so there's all kinds of debates about what kind of history should we be learning, how are we going to organize things, and what are the ways of keeping in touch with our roots but growing in a modern context, and so on.
I have found through my life quite often when I've been in other provinces visiting friends that I realize I'm much more of a Quebecer than I ever thought myself to be. But I also think I really dislike nationalism. And I think if Quebec had separated, I don't think I would have wanted to live in, it has nothing to do with the French language or people, but I would not have wanted to live in such a nationalist state.
I don't know. I think people of good faith really have to come forward and say enough is enough. We can't afford to live in a society that is split along something as small, as negligible, and as pitiful as language. We have so much more in common than we have that separates us. I think my great-grandparents were the first Anglophones to settle, to have a house, a summer house in this community. My grandparents had been married here in 1916, and both families came from Quebec City and for the wedding. Throughout my life, even when I worked at Lake Louise, I always came back here for at least a day or two, because it was, as they say, le retour au bercail.